All right, let's get right into it. We are breaking down one of the most powerful morning routines out there from Robin Sharma's incredible book, The 5 a.m. Club. You know that feeling, right? That you're capable of so much more, but you just get swamped by all the daily distractions? Well, if that's you, then you're in the right place. Let's dive in.
This quote right here, it's basically the core of the whole philosophy. The big idea is that greatness isn't something you're born with. It's not some genetic lottery. Nope, it's a choice you make. It's the result of the habits you build, day in and day out, starting with that very first hour. The book really hammers this home. You were meant for big things, not to get lost in all the small, trivial stuff. So, what we're going to do here is break down the exact framework, the same one used by top entrepreneurs, superstar athletes, you name it. And this isn't just some high-level theory, okay? This is a super practical, step-by-step guide to completely owning your morning so you can, well, elevate your entire life. So why 5 a.m.? What's so special about it? Well, to really get it, you've got to look at the world we're living in. Sharma calls it an age of digital dementia. We're just constantly distracted, right? That's where the early morning comes in. It's this quiet, peaceful sanctuary before the rest of the world wakes up and starts demanding your attention. It's your one golden opportunity to find some real focus. And the book paints this really stark picture. Think about it. On one hand, you've got what he calls the cyber zombie, that person who wakes up, immediately grabs their phone and starts reacting to notifications, emails, the news. Their focus is just shattered before they've even had a coffee. But on the other hand, you have the focused producer who uses that morning time to build themselves up. It's so true, isn't it? How you start your day really does set the tone for everything else. And this brings us to a super important point. The 5 a.m. Club method, it's not just some cool idea to think about. It's a system. It's designed for you to start using, right away. Because let's be honest, having grand intentions is great, but they're pretty much worthless without action, right? This method is the blueprint for that action. Okay, so this leads us right to the heart of the whole system. The first 60 minutes of your day. We're talking 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And this hour, it's sacred. It's not for your job, it's not for checking emails, it's not even for your family. It's 100% for you. This is what the book calls the victory hour. I love that name. Think about it. You're basically winning the day before most people have even hit the snooze button. It's a non-negotiable block of time. You're making an investment in yourself that pays off all day long. It's like guaranteeing a win that sets you up for an amazing performance in everything else. And you've got to understand this idea of a ripple effect. It's absolutely critical. Getting up at 5 a.m. isn't just about cramming more hours into your day. No, it's what experts call a keystone habit. That means it's one single habit that has the power to automatically lift up everything else. Your focus, your patience, your health, your whole life gets better because of this one thing. All right, so the big question, what do you actually do during this victory hour? Well, this is where the magic happens. It's not just about being awake. It's about following a super simple but incredibly effective structure called the 20-20-20 formula. So your victory hour gets split into 3 20-minute chunks. Each one has a specific purpose to get your mind, your body, and your spirit totally primed for the day. Let's break down that first pocket. Okay, first up, from 5 to 5:20 a.m., you move. And we're talking intense, sweaty exercise here. This isn't a lazy stretch. The whole point is to get your heart pumping. So why is this so important? Well, for one, it instantly lowers cortisol. That's your stress hormone. And it releases something amazing called BDNF. You can think of it like Miracle-Gro for your brain. It actually repairs brain cells and helps you learn faster. You are literally firing up your brain and body for peak performance. Then, from 5:20 to 5:40, you do a total 180. You go from intense movement to complete stillness. This is your reflect pocket. This could be meditation, maybe some prayer, or just sitting in quiet contemplation. A huge part of this is journaling. The book calls it the daily diary. It's a chance to get any frustrations out on paper and get crystal clear on what you want. This is where you plan out your day with intention, instead of letting the day just happen to you. And for the final 20 minutes, from 5:40 to 6 a.m., it's all about growth. This is your time to learn. Read a book, listen to a podcast, study something new related to your work, whatever it is. The goal is to get smarter, to deepen your expertise. There's a great line in the book that says if you want the results of the top 5%, you've got to do what the other 95% aren't willing to do. Well, this is that work.
Now, you might be listening to this and thinking, okay, this sounds like a cool productivity hack, but it's so much deeper than that. The whole point of the 20-20-20 formula is to build this incredibly strong inner foundation. And it does that by developing what Sharma calls your 4 interior empires.
See, the idea is pretty simple. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. So if you want to build an amazing life on the outside, with success, creativity, impact, you first have to build up your empires on the inside. And those are your mindset, your heart set, your health set, and your soul set.
And this is the brilliant part. Look how the routine feeds each one. That grow pocket, that's for your mindset. The reflect pocket helps purify your heart set by letting you process emotions. The move pocket, well, that's obviously for your health set. And that quiet stillness you find in the reflect time, that nurtures your soul set, your connection to your purpose. It's a complete, holistic system. It covers all the bases.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. Knowing the formula is the easy part. Actually doing it, especially when that alarm blares at 5 a.m. and it's cold and dark outside, that's a whole different story. So the real question is, how do you actually make this habit stick for good?
First things first, you have to accept one simple truth. Building a new, life-changing habit, it's not supposed to be easy. Think about it, you're literally rewriting years, maybe decades of old habits. So yeah, it's gonna be hard at first. But that difficulty, that's not a sign you're failing. It's a sign that it's working. It means you're making real progress.
The book lays out this awesome 66-day roadmap for making any habit stick. It's broken into 3 phases. The first 22 days, that's the destruction phase. This is the toughest part, where you're breaking all your old patterns. Then, the next 22 days are the installation phase. It's gonna feel messy and confusing while your brain builds new pathways. But then you hit the final 22 days, integration. And this is where the magic happens. The habit becomes your new normal. It actually starts to feel easier to do it than to not do it.
And hey, that 66-day number, it's not just pulled out of thin air. There's real science behind it. Research shows it takes about 66 days, on average, for a new behavior to become automatic. So the key here is committing to the entire process. Look, anyone can be motivated for a week, but sticking with it for 66 days, that's what separates the pros from the amateurs. That's what gets you to the finish line, where it just becomes part of who you are.
When you get right down to it, this whole thing isn't just about being more productive. It's about freedom. There's this powerful quote from Nelson Mandela, where he said that when he left prison, he knew if he didn't leave his bitterness and hatred behind, he would still be in a prison. And in a way, that's what the 5 a.m. Club is about. It's about choosing, every single morning, to leave behind the things that hold us prisoner. The excuses, the distractions, the mediocrity. It's your daily walk towards real freedom.
So as we wrap this up, it really all boils down to one simple idea. The way you start your day determines the story of your life. Are you going to start it in reaction and distraction, or are you going to start it with intention and a victory? You've got the formula now. You know exactly how it works. So the only question left to ask yourself is, how are you going to begin tomorrow?